Johannesburg was turned into a war zone over the past few months with the filming of the Avengers Age of Ultron. Now, it was great to see yet another big-time Hollywood production that was on, of course, in Johannesburg. And this won't be the first or the last South African film or great South African film that's shot, especially on that kind of magnitude of having Hollywood superstars there. In fact, let's give you a bit of a glimpse on some of the great South African films that's been shot in the country over the past few years.
Over the years, South Africa's varied landscapes have been a favorite set location for Hollywood productions. Lured by the country's low production costs and growing reputation as an attractive destination for international filmmaking, the country's stunning beaches, jagged mountains and lush vineyards have long served as a backdrop for films, television series and international adverts. Worldwide hits shot at least partly in the country include Blood Diamond, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Lord of War, featuring Nicolas Cage, Invictus, Clint Eastwood's take on South Africa's victory at the 1995 Rugby World Cup, not to mention the epic Long Walk to Freedom. Currently in production, Avengers Age of Ultron has brought traffic to a standstill in the Johannesburg CBD, as Avengers superheroes destroy part of the city. In a country like South Africa, hit by massive unemployment and sluggish economic growth, a thriving film industry could hold a tremendous economic opportunity. Having contributed 3.5 billion rand to the economy last year, production companies are looking to 2014 as the year that Hollywood finds its new home in sunny South Africa. Welcome to Hollywood, SA.
Welcome to Hollywood indeed, and I think looking back, there's a lot to be proud of. The film industry has grown in leaps and bounds and really promises a really bright future, an exciting one for young filmmakers, for actors out there in the industry. Now, you'll be very proud to know that a delegation of some of the most powerful representatives from Hollywood has been in the country doing some good location scouting for some future projects, and I'm proud to welcome onto the show Mr. Vance van Petten, Executive Director of the Producers Guild of America, as well as Nico Dekker, who's the Chief Executive of Cape Town Film Studios. Welcome to both of you here. And what an exciting time it is to be in South Africa, to be in this creative space right now. I'm going to ask you first, Vance, tell us all about your trip to South Africa, what it has involved.
Well, we came here because we are obviously constantly trying to find the best places in the world to shoot the films and our television shows. South Africa has proven itself many times. It's extremely diverse area, crews, abilities, its weather, etc. And we really wanted to find out, well, how can we best let our members know about tax incentives as well as what is most attractive about filming in South Africa.
Yeah. Tell me, who have you brought with you on your trip down?
There's 3 representatives. There are 6 studios, big studios that we know of in America, well, actually in our business. Mm-hmm. And we have 3 of them with us at Disney Studios, which represents a whole bunch of small studios like Marvel and ILM, etc. And we have also Warner Brothers New Line, as well as Paramount.
Fantastic. So all the big dogs.
All the big dogs, and I represent all the little dogs, which is all the independent producers, 6,000 of them worldwide, are represented by the Producers Guild of America.
Yeah. Nico, you've been working hard as part of the industry that's brought it to where it is right now. What do you think is it about South Africa that has made it so attractive as a shooting location?
Well, I think that many factors. We've been very fortunate to be able to develop this fantastic studio that provides tremendous production value and change the industry, you know, from location-based to manufacturing. But I think what incentivizes people is firstly the value for money they get here. Mm-hmm. The locations, the crews are very good, you know. And I think, of course, the rand helps as well. But the big thing is the value for money you get on the screen. It is difficult to quantify that sometimes. You know, if you work with guys who spoke about advance, if you want to shoot something complex, say for instance, say the Avengers, and you have crews that understand what you try to get, and to get that is money. It's real money. Yeah. And of course, the studio, of course, we've been extremely fortunate and having a ball, you know, since the 3.5 years old, the baby still, but we've never stopped.
Fantastic, fantastic. I mean, we drive on the N2 and we see those ships on the left. What is going on there?
Well, yeah, there's not, you haven't landed in some space age.
I was like, where's the water?
Yeah, no, but it is actually one of the biggest shows to come here, also all the way from Vance's colleagues from Stars Entertainment in Los Angeles.
Yes.
Shooting a show called Black Sails. Wow. It is like a Pirates of the Caribbean style for television.
Fantastic, yeah.
Set in 1720. And we were fortunate as a studio that we've created some of the most exciting infrastructure for that, you know, the double tank systems, an island, tropical island, and the production themselves built some of the most incredible sets, the ships you've mentioned, but I mean, there's a lot to talk about.
Vance, tell me about, you know, I know that your trip is coming to an end now, and you're going to be heading back home to report back on your findings. What are you taking from your trip, and what exciting prospects can we look forward to as a country and as, you know, future creatives in the business of film?
There's a few things. First, Nico really deserves a lot of credit because this man has put behind a lot of resources to put forward a tank, 2 tanks, one of which is based in sand. It doesn't exist anywhere else in the world. And the investment he's put into this thing is truly going to attract a lot of productions. Unfortunately, they're booked out for at least another year.
Wow.
But they, that really showed that we are serious about wanting to have big budget productions in South Africa. We can handle the work, we want the work, and we're going to build toward it. And they invested a tremendous amount of money to have state-of-the-art facilities for our producers to use. But as important to that, our producers are always looking, we're shopping all over the world to see how far the dollar can go. And we've come here as well, and I've met with Minister Rob Davies. We met with him yesterday, and we spoke with him, and he was very willing to listen to us and our concerns about making it as attractive as possible for Americans to bring their investments here, and how it can be used, and how the government can assist us in, literally, it's always about one thing, as much money as we can on the screen. That's the whole idea.
Yeah.
And in South Africa, you really maximize that. Yes, we have the benefit of the currency. That's always a nice thing to have. But that's not reliable. It bounces back and forth. But stable tax incentive programs are consistently the way to bring American productions and investment to your country, because it is very, very attractive. And the minister was very willing to talk to us. Yeah. He listened. He wanted to understand what the concerns are, and they're working with us in a very, again, in a partnership way.
Yeah, gentlemen, thank you very much for bringing us the exciting news, and I can't wait, and I hope that you, as well as creatives out there, are really feeling inspired. And it looks like the idea and the sentiment of Mzansi Wood might not be as far as you think. Well,